Hey guys, it's your girl Tasha B. I wanted to show you very quickly how I make kale chips. It's a very nutritious and delicious snack, and it's so easy to make. When you buy it in the stores, it can be super expensive, so there's no need to do that. Just stay tuned and I'll show you how to get it done. Alright guys, so we want to start off with, I used one bunch of organic kale that I purchased from Mom's Organic Market here in Maryland. You want to wash your kale really well. I typically wash mine with either key lime or sea salt or baking soda just to make sure I get all of that residue off of the kale before I use it. So here we have some freshly washed kale that's in a salad spinner. I'm going to run it through the salad spinner twice and then pat it dry with some paper towels, and then it'll be ready to go onto the cookie sheet. I forgot to mention that before you get started with your kale, you want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees and line your cookie sheet with some parchment paper. If you don't have parchment paper, you can use foil, but I just prefer to use the parchment paper. So here we have some kale that's already been washed. It's been dried through the salad spinner and hand dried with a paper towel. I drizzled some olive oil on it, and I used some Slap Your Mama seasoning to give it a nice kick. I found this seasoning down in New Orleans when I was down there a couple weeks ago, and I absolutely love it. But you can season your kale chips with whatever you like: onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, sea salt, whatever your preference is. You can feel free to season with that. So anyway, we're gonna pop this in the oven, 350 degrees for about 10 to 15 minutes. And when we come back, we'll have the finished product. Hey guys, so really quickly, before I pop this in the oven, I wanted to show you how much one bunch of organic kale yields. And as you can see, this is a lot. This is the equivalent of probably a big bag of kale chips, right? So I paid, maybe $2.50 or $3 for the bunch of organic kale to make all of this. Versus buying bagged kale chips in the store, you're gonna pay at least $6 or $7 or more for this amount. So definitely try to make these at home when you can. All right, so when we come back, these will be all done. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna bake these half at a time because this cookie sheet is a little too full. You want the kale to have some room so that it doesn't get soggy and wilted. So I'm gonna take half of this off and bake this in 2 batches. So you want to have about this much on your cookie sheet at a time. All right, so we'll be back in about 10 to 15 minutes. So here's the finished product. The kale should be crispy coming out of the oven. So if it's not quite crispy yet, just let it stay in the oven for another minute or two. But make sure that you don't keep it in the oven for too long because you don't want it to burn. So I hope you enjoy this as much as I did. Please like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video.